This is Not for Pie Eaters, and I'm John Ducal. Today we'll talk about bringing dreams to reality. This video is in the sausage making playlist, and the sausage making is the nuts and bolts steps of creating plans that lead to your best life. We've covered enough material in other videos for you to get a feel for the channel and for you to figure out a few things about yourself and what you'd like to chase after. We've covered psychological needs, we've covered psychological values, and we went through the big 5 personality traits. So you should have a good idea of what it is that you want. And if you don't, pick a direction anyway that seems better than other directions. Pick a course that's true to your personality and character. If it's off a bit, chances are very good that it'll still be heading closer to where you want to be than where you are today. You know, maybe the best direction is north by northeast, and you pick the northeast direction. That's still heading pretty close to where you want to go, and it should be easier to make a course correction along the way as you sort things out. So pick your heading. It's time to get back to plans. For today's wisdom quotes, we've got a couple. The first quote is from the self-help guru and coach Tony Robbins. There are only 2 pains in life, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. And the discipline weighs ounces while regret weighs tons. If we seek comfort and ease, we'll have a life of dissatisfaction and regret will outweigh the sum of all the easy, comforting moments we took instead of engaging in the hard but meaningful work. And the second quote I absolutely love. It's by American football player Greg Reid. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. The plan backed by action makes your dreams come true. The reason we make plans and then follow them is to build the self-discipline that helps us reach for the stars. So don't wait till you feel motivated. Motivation is like the weather. It's always changing. There'll be many days where you just don't feel like doing anything. Well, on the bad days, make progress anyways. It's okay to not be as productive. Headway is headway, and it's far better to do a little than it is to be a quitter. So in time, your confidence and self-discipline will grow, your natural desire to take it easy. So let's take Greg's advice and let's look at the sausage making. So we're back to the basic template. We've discussed the system of interest before. It's the place where you create use cases, and the use cases reside where you'll work and meet your psychological needs, which are survival, connecting, power, freedom, and fun. And your psychological values will map to your psychological needs. They help you hone in on whatever meaningful things you want. We've covered the big 5 personality traits. Taking a big 5 test helps you figure out who you are and what you're suited for and what types of people are best for your inner circle. These are the keys to knowing what you want. And so you should have a dream. Now it's time to write out the steps to get what you want, and then add dates to the steps. And there'll be things you need to do beforehand to prepare, set the stage before you can get what you want. And every worthwhile endeavor has problems. So you'll need to solve the problems along the way. Remember the words of Teddy Roosevelt in The Man in the Arena. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there's no effort without error or shortcoming. There will always be problems. That's where you plan ahead. That's where perseverance comes in. That's where you seek counsel. That's where you get creative. And that's especially where you don't give up. So what's on the screen is a smidgen of my business plan for this channel. Recall that we write out high-level steps first, and what's on the screen are a few high-level steps. Then we take one of those high-level steps and elaborate upon it, expand it out, fill in the details. In my business plan, I want to build a successful channel. So I started by creating a rough draft book with the types of content I'd use for the channel. And that allowed me to see sort of an organizational structure which I could translate into playlists. Next I created a few beta test videos and sent them out for friends to get some feedback from. That was very helpful. I'm not a know-it-all, and the friends have a different mindset and different perspective, and they showed me, a few things I need to change to make the videos flow better and be a little more interesting. Well, next comes, loading stuff into the channel. Where do I go after the beta test videos? And we'll use that as an example of how to detail out the steps, sort of. I'm not going to get into all those little nitty-gritty steps. That's just boring. Not for me, but it would be for you. So let's take a look at that. The point is that there's details, and this is what your details could look like. So for this activity, I've got 17 detailed steps, and each activity has a description. Each activity has a date. And some activities got to be done in orders. Others can be done in parallel. The point is I've taken the time to write out the actions and set dates to them. And I'm busy working this plan. I'm busy creating content, and I'll do that for a while. A dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. And a plan by action makes your dreams come true. Well, my sincere desire is for you to have a rich and full life, a life with intention and purpose. And that takes work, it takes hard work. But working on your dreams will bring you meaning, and you'll be someone who knows exactly where you're going. That's powerful. So if you found value in this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. It's what makes the algorithm work and helps me keep this thing going. Thanks for joining. Cheers.